Hello everyone, it's me, Andrea. Today I'm here with another notebook, but this time I had to use this type because I'm running out, or I ran out of my old photo albums I used, and so I found this in a Euro store, for €1, very cheap. And but the downside, it's very thin, so the my photo albums were quite thicker and heavier, so that's why I use here for the outside cover a nice layer of tell me, what is it? Modeling paste. Modeling paste, of course. On the shiny bits, I already put down some tissue paper, very thin tissue paper, only to get rid of the shiny parts. That stuff will stick to it much better. So the positive thing, on the other hand, is this ring binder is in there, so I don't have to put it in, because that's always the weak thing on my photo albums. So what I'm trying to do here with the credit card, I try to get some texture, shapes, lines in, but it really didn't work for me. So I left it to dry a bit, and then I went over it again with this credit card, as you can see, and scraped off quite a bit of it. So the texture, you will see that afterwards, will be really nice, because some parts has dried already, some parts not. So really fantastic texture. So here I'm working on the inside, and that's the next thing, to cover up this binders on. I have to cover them up, actually, that they are not getting dirty, but I've done that once, and after I removed the masking tape, I quite torn out bits and pieces of the paper with the paint, and so I won't do that again, and I have to work carefully with the paint around it. It works, it's okay. So I use one of my favorite colors, color combinations here, with the different greens I put down, and take off the wet paint with a bit of paper, then go over it with a dry cloth, and then with a baby wipe to bring everything together. What you can see here, this light bit I'm not painting over, is where I want to put a napkin down. And I think a napkin, when you want to have a napkin not in the background, you want to have it very visible, so it's much better to have a white background. Not when you want to incorporate it into a page, then it really doesn't matter. But in this case, I really want to have the motif on the napkins visible, pop, focused, whatever you will call it. And that's why I leave it. You saw me putting down the napkins as a reference already, and I will put them down on both sides. I found them here. So sweet. They're really, really cute. You know, this parade of ladies in their best clothes, very fantasy clothes, and with these sticks where they are walking their pets. Oh, it's dragonflies, butterflies, even a frog. The first small lady, she's having a frog on top of this stick. So funny. I really liked it when I saw that napkin. So on here I incorporate the edges of the napkins a bit more and put some shiny stuff on top. It's my Lumiere green, I think it is, yeah. And a bit of stamping. Here I use the mixed media ink I got from Ildiko. It's in moss, isn't it, mossy? Yeah. And I didn't want to have it too dominant, the stamping, but I stamped a bit of light black, so second generation stamping, sort of. So what I do here, because the ladies are a bit very light and pastel-y, I go around with a Pitt pen in XS to make them more, dominant, to make them more pop. and use them as a focus on these pages. So, and yeah, we'll show you close up. You can see it much better now, much more defined. And can you see the frog? This is a frog, actually. Oh no, it's not the short lady, it's the other one, but she has a frog on that stick. So funny. So a bit of gesso, of course, on top. And now I'm working on the outside, and I used only acrylic inks, and it's a mixture of Liquitex and roll. Is it rolled down? It's FW. I think you know that. FW Daler-Rowney. So depends on which color I want. I have both brands, and I use them both. I quite like them both, so there's not really a huge difference, tiny bits. But so I started with yellows and oranges, and here I use this lime green. I love that color so much. That's, to me, that's the springy color. And with this ladies on the napkins, I wanted to have something really springy. And then I used some red because I thought there is a bit of red missing. Something, you know, this bit. But between every layer, I dried it. And with using the red on the green, you really might have to make sure that the paint is dry. Otherwise, you really will get matte. Yeah, so I was a bit distracted, sorry. So it was a bit boring, so I started to use a stencil, this Harlequin stencil, and use Lumiere acrylic paint in green, tone in tone, so, and outline it with a Pitt pen. Very loose lines, sketchy lines. It's not for shading. I'm not putting a lot of effort into the inside pages, actually. Never did. So, and back on the outside, before I start doing something else, oh no, that's actually, I want to have the colors fresher, more bright, and so that's why I use my Reflex acrylic paints from Amsterdam in green and in yellow. They are so bright, really bright. Absolutely love them. And as you can see, they brighten up the whole thing. And so that's why I go over, not only that for, because I like the effect, over with the brayer and gesso, actually. It's still bright and fresh, the paint, but it's put a bit into the background. And here, that's what I do. I use a varnish, that's a Liquitex gloss medium and varnish to sort of seal the pages, just in case I mess something up with paint. I can easily wash it away. So, and for the cover, I use this very heavy chipboard and decorate it, and to glue it on the cover later. So I use it, or I do actually almost the same than I did in the inside. Here I go all around the shapes of the stencil parts to shade it. Not only these loose sketchy lines, really shading, and a bit of stamping, and you could see me having these drops running down. So these are butterflies from napkins as well. I glued them on paper, and after they dried, I cut them out, fussy cut them. I will use them here on that cover. So that's glued down the napkin with Mod Podge. Now I define the edges, or go around these ladies with a Pitt pen again to define them, to make them more visible. and I'm not bothering about the top, as you can see, because that will be covered up with the butterflies. I really like to have on my covers something dimensional. So I'm using this 3D foam and put the butterflies on top, or put it on with the 3D foam, so that it's something visible, something nice, what catches your eye, you know. And at the end, I covered a bit of the Harlequin stencil parts with a napkin, and that's what I fix here. Go over it with a Lumiere paint, acrylic paint, to fix it. And what I think I didn't show, or what you can't see, I think I've lost it somehow, I didn't put it in, the very bright parts between the ladies on that napkin. I will go over with a here I equalize the edges where the napkin is too visible, actually. So I go over with paint, a baby wipe, dip it in paint a bit, and then go over the very light white areas where on that napkin with these ladies, to have a bit more paint on them, or color on them, very light, not dark. So, and that brings it all a bit better together. You will see that at the end. You will see some pictures as usual. So from and you will have a close-up at the end. We will see that much better. This time I edge it with black acrylic, because the chipboard is really heavy, really thick, and that would take so much ink up from my Pitt pen. Normally I do that with a Pitt pen, but that will soak up a lot of ink. So that's the spine, the cover for the spine. I used basically this almost the same paint like I did on the cover, apart from green, because that lace, you can see, will go on that spine, and that's green, so I don't need to put the green on the spine as well. I got this, I have two, I don't know, it's really a lot of, I got this laces in sale, and I really like them. I had only a short bit of it at some stage, and then I found them in a store in sale, and I had to buy them. So I had one in turquoise, and then this one that's a very pale pink, not pink, rosé, and it's perfect to colorize it. And here I used the lime green acrylic ink. Absolutely perfect. I love this lace, not lace, ribbon, sorry, ribbon, it's not a lace, it's a ribbon. I really love it. So I use my good old E6000 for both, for the cover and for the spine, because it's so heavy you need really proper glue for it. So that's a close up here, and as you can see, it was a bit flat. I put a book on top to got the glued part down, to hold it down. So as you can see, there's an awful lot of texture on it. I really like that. And that's it, actually. So you will see some pictures at the end, and I thank you a lot for watching and for your nice comments, and would be nice if you gave me the thumb up. That would be really nice. And I hope I will see you with the next video. So all the best for you. Happy crafting. Bye bye. See you.